What's going on, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of Interactive Horror Stories. Today, we're going to be going through The Doll, whatever story this is. If you're unfamiliar with this game, it is free on Steam, and it is a text-based choose-your-own-adventure game. I want to get 7 options here to play through. So we're going to play through one per episode. We're going to go through the entire thing and start to finish. So let's get working on The Doll here and see what this one is about. This will be a weekly series until we get through all of the stories, I should say. They will be released every Friday at noon. Let's get working on the first one here. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get going. The Doll. You are a single mother. Your daughter, Lisa, is an intelligent girl who doesn't have any friends. You buy her a rag doll. Soon, Lisa will claim that the doll can talk, and it's just the beginning of your nightmare. Can the doll really possessed as Lisa claims? If you're stuck, you can see your Facebook post about how to get the good ending in the story. Let's play. Loading The Doll. As a single mother, you know how hard it is to look after a 13-year-old girl. Hard, but still joyful. Her presence gives you all the strength you need. Her name is Lisa. She's a shy girl. She doesn't talk much. You got divorced 3 years ago because he cheated on you with his secretary. Lisa misses her father, but you don't allow her to see him. She adores her father, but you think he is an asshole. Lisa's a special kid. Her teacher once said that she is too intelligent for a girl her age. We already knew it. Her reactions are unexpectedly mature. Wow. Her reactions are unexpectedly mature. She is also hardworking. You expect perfection from her. Her teacher told you that you must take Lisa to a psychiatrist. You will do it soon. She is a lonely girl, maybe because she doesn't talk much. You think that she needs friends. So, you brought her a rag doll to cease her loneliness. You bought the rag doll you bought it from the local toy store. Not an expensive toy, nothing too fancy. Lisa might still like it. You know that expense doesn't make Lisa happier. The doll is a girl with big blue eyes and curly black hair. She has a wide grin that you can call friendly. Her dress is red, matching her shoes. She also has eyebrows. The unnamed doll waits for her new owner in kid's bedroom. That's weird grammar. You haven't brought Lisa home from school yet. It's Friday. Not a sunny day. The sky is covered with gray clouds. You're driving your car. Lisa sits on the next seat. The seatbelts are worn tight. She looks from the window, blankly, without any expression on her face. You remember that the math exam's results were going to be announced today. I'm assuming this is you asking her a question. So how are the exam results? Will you be making friends today? Let's ask about the exam first. Lisa sighs and says, terrible. I am the 7th in the class, not first like the previous exam. I know you'll be mad at me. I didn't study enough. It's okay, darling. She looks at you with a slight surprise. You always scolded her whenever she wasn't the best. Now you say, it's okay, darling? She continues watching the cars passing by. You are driving your car. Lisa sits on the next seat. The seat belts, that's the thing. I bought you a rag doll. Oh, that's nice, thank you, she says. There isn't any excitement in her voice. Okay, that's the same thing, and let's continue driving. We'll skip the second one. You finally arrive home. The doll is in your bedroom, Lisa, you tell her. She climbs up the stairs slowly. Apparently, she isn't so excited about the doll. You follow her to her bedroom. She picks up the doll that's on her bed. I will think of a nice name, Lisa says. But I have got homework to do first. Play comes after study. Yes, study. So you leave Lisa alone in her room. You've got lots of work to do anyway. Not only you will cook, but you also need to work on a novel's cover illustration as a freelance artist. The deadline is close, so you will need to work hard nowadays. You are not so happy with your life. You force Lisa to study in order to have a better life than yours. You work all day, and the only break you take is the dinner. You don't talk about anything during dinner with Lisa. It's 2200, bedtime for Lisa. You visit Lisa before she sleeps. She's in her pink dotted pajamas. She's holding the doll in her arms. Mom, I'm going to tell you something, but you won't believe. After a few seconds of silence, she speaks. The doll could speak. She told me her name is Anna. Go on. Lisa explains. Anna says that she was nothing but a piece of light. A light that's drifting in absolute blackness. A weak light in the infinite darkness. Then she found life in this doll. She was waiting in the toy store for a friend. Lonely. And today, she found me. She says that she loves me. What do we want to do here? So don't be ridiculous, dolls can't speak. I believe in you, we need to throw the doll away. I believe in you, keep the doll. What did you tell her? Yeah. And what did you tell her? Lisa smiles, and I said that I will be her new friend and I will always love her. She continues, and then she told me that she was happy. Happy like the times when she used to be an angel. Let's have her keep it. Let's keep her happy. Lisa doesn't show her emotions usually, but this time you can see that she is surprised. Oh, thank you very much, Mom, she says. You kiss her goodnight and leave her with Anna, the doll. Stay on the doll's good side, you know? We don't want to piss her off already. Because of all the hard work, you begin to feel tired, and you go to bed. It doesn't take long for you to fall asleep. A few hours later, you wake up to the sounds coming from the outside. You hear hysterical laughters coming from the garden. They belong to a girl, specifically Lisa's. You stand up and look outside the window. You see Lisa standing and laughing in the garden under the pale moonlight. She is facing back. You can't see her face. Lisa, Lisa, you shout out, but she can't hear you, or she just doesn't care. Either way, she continues laughing, and you have got nothing to do but go near her. You climb down nervously. You wear your shoes and walk to the garden. Lisa doesn't react to your presence. You approach Lisa and put your hand on her shoulder. She turns to face you. It is not Lisa's face. It's not even a human face. The texture of the face is a gray rag. The eyes are quite big for a human. So is the wide smile. The voice changes. It doesn't belong to a girl now, but a demon. She stares at you and laughs. You wake up. It was just a nightmare. You're all sweaty with terror. The morning has already broken. You decide to check on Lisa. Lisa is sleeping peacefully, hugging Anna. Anna is carrying that wide smile that annoys you now. But hey, it is normal. It would be terrible if the doll's face was different than how you bought it. You go to the kitchen to prepare a weekend breakfast. You usually make omelet with sausage on Saturdays. You'll repeat that habit today. You're in the kitchen. You take the sausage and eggs from the fridge. You need to slice the sausage, so you open the drawer to pick up the meat knife. Something is wrong. The knife isn't there. Let's search. Search the whole kitchen. No drawer is not looked into. You even looked into the fridge. Nope, the knife isn't there either. There's only one place you haven't looked inside. The garbage bin. You open the lid. You couldn't find the knife inside the garbage bin. You searched the knife in everywhere possible. That's bad grammar. But it's in vain. So you decide to use another knife to prepare the omelet. After you have prepared the omelet, Lisa wakes up and joins you in the kitchen. You eat the breakfast with her. She doesn't look so happy. There is an uneasiness in her face. It is strange, Mom. I have no idea where the knife went, Lisa answered. You eat the breakfast with her. She doesn't look so happy. Okay, same thing. Let's ask about Anna. She did not speak today, but she kept changing her facial expression. Sometimes she looked so happy, sometimes not. She was frowning. There was anger in her face. I can't understand her. Lisa continues eating breakfast. Lisa sighed. This is Saturday, but okay, Mom. I will work hard and be better. Then she looked away. She might be hiding her thoughts. She was not such a vocal girl. Breakfast is over. I need to study math, says Lisa, then climbs up to her room. You also need to work on the novel cover. You are both busy now. It is evening now. Yeah, the first impression is the grammar is not great. That's for sure. I don't know. How this stuff is written, I'm not 100% sold on, but we'll see. As you work on the cover, you hear screams from Lisa's room. You rush to her room. You find Lisa standing and breathing in panic. Her arms are full of stitches. She did it! Lisa screams, showing her heavily wounded arms as blood leaks down onto the floor. She jumped and ran away. Lisa points to the open window. You look outside. You can't see any running dolls there. Maybe because she ran away, or it is too dark outside and Lisa is lying. I won't allow her to harm you, Lisa. You crouch and hug Lisa. As she cries, I know how hard it is to believe me now. Thank you for believing me. But please, I want to stay alone. I know that she won't come back. So you let her stay alone in her room. After closing the windows and locking the door, you make sure that no doll can trespass. You get into your own bedroom next to Lisa's room, so you can hear her in case she needs you. It is 3 a.m. now. It's raining outside. Lightnings strike. That's really weirdly there. And enlightening your dark bedroom. You haven't slept. You don't care about the freelance work you got. All these events make you too stressed to care about business. You see Lisa's silhouette at the door. She walks in. Down a little bit. Lisa is holding something behind her back, but you can't see it. She approaches your bed, climbs in, and comes near you. With this, oh Jesus, it's all red. With a sudden move, she stabs the meat knife in your belly. She stabs you once again. You didn't allow me to live my childhood. She keeps stabbing your body with insanity. I hate you, Mom. I hate you. These are the final words you hear as your own daughter repeatedly stabs you and commits matricide. The end. There are 2 possible endings. Well, that got dark in a hurry now, didn't it? Holy cow. Today, we're going to be going through After Funeral. If you haven't seen the other one already, we went through The Doll last week. Interesting. Not how I was expecting. Way shorter than I thought, too. So we'll see how long this one is. So let's get right into it. And before we begin, hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It really, really help me out. I really appreciate it. We can dive right in. After Funeral is a modern gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. Receive messages in your computer. Those claim to be sent by your son's soul. He says that he wants to be with you once again, and he asks you to do a few things in order to be resurrected. Will you believe in the messages? Play. After Funeral. You used to be a father. It's been 3 days since your son, Jonathan White, was buried in the graveyard of the local church. He was 8 years old. He had golden hair and blue eyes, and just like the beloved man in the Carpenter's song, close to you. Since your wife passed away giving birth to Jonathan, and since he has been your everything, he was your angel. Now he is gone. He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to the market, leaving him alone at home. When you arrived at home, you found Jonathan laying on the bed, motionless. His face was covered with his pillow, choked. Police couldn't find any trace of trespassing. You clearly remember the solemn moments of Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you try to forget, but the details are in front of your eyes and they won't go away. The priest had intoned psalms and prayers of those you're not so familiar with. You are not so religious. While the lifeless body of your son laid in the church, his feet were turned to the east. He was wearing black suits and shiny shoes. His skin was pale. He was way too young for all this. You wished it was you lying there instead of him. At the day Jonathan died, it's a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches of snow outside. It's 1400 hours now. You are a writer who has been on writer's block since that day. Your favorite word processor is open in the computer. The screen is blank, and you haven't written anything for a long time. There's cigarette butts in the ashtray, and your black, hot coffee in a blue cup on your work table. You chain smoke and consume a lot of coffee nowadays. As you're sipping on your coffee, doorbell rings. You open the door. It's Bob, your neighbor and friend. You had drunk beers and had barbecue with him several times. Bob's a nice guy. He's overweight, has short, black hair, has no facial hair. He wears a dark blue jacket and a black beanie. Hey, how are you? I wanted to ask how you've been. I'm still depressed. I replies, I can imagine how hard it is. I never had kids, but I had a cat when I was younger. I loved her as my daughter. Then I had to bury her in the garden myself. It was tough. I know how much you love Jonathan. I am shocked like you to see him gone. Bob continues. I'm going to the market right now. Do you need anything? You remember that you're out of cigarettes. Yes, I need cigarettes. Ah, you need cigarettes? He puts his hand in his pocket and pulls out a pack of cigarettes. Maybe I'm a bad friend for doing this, but anyway, take this. I'll buy myself another pack in the market. You take the pack that has 10 cigarettes inside, and thank him. Okay, man, see you later. You say goodbye to Bob too, and then he goes. You close the door and sit back on your work table. You look at the computer screen that should have been blank, but no, it's not blank. Something is written. Daddy, I missed you. Jonathan? After you shout your deceased son's name out, new letters appear in form of reply. Yes, it is me. You are not a computer engineer, but you know that it is possible to hack someone's computer and put a prank on him if the computer is online. Your computer is connected to the internet with an Ethernet cable. How is that possible, Jonathan? Good Lord said that I should be together with you. He said that I love you and you love me, so he sent me back. Oh? I'm so afraid, Daddy. It is cold and dark. I am so cold here. Please bring me back. Do you want to see me once again? Yes. Find 5 candles and wait for the midnight. Wait for the midnight, not just midnight? That's weird. Bye for now, Daddy. You have got only 1 candle at home. You normally use the candle when the electricity is gone, so you didn't need more than 1 candle before. What will you do? Let's buy them from the market. Let's not tell Bob. So you wear your long beige coat and black leather boots and walk to the market to buy 4 candles. Then you return home. At home, you wait in front of your monitor. Nothing happens till midnight. Then a new message appears on the screen. I am back, Daddy. Did you bring the candles? Yes. Good. Let me explain how you could bring me back. Go to the cemetery. Dig my grave. Bring my coffin home. Okay. We shall speak again once you bring my coffin. You know it is insane what you do, but you get prepared to get outside. You wear your coat and get outside your home. It's snowing like hell outside. The sky has a bright purple color, illuminating the night with the help of a full moon behind the clouds. You get in your car and start it. The streets and roads are empty. There's only you outside in this hour of night. It doesn't take long to arrive at the church and its graveyard. That's not right. Graveyard is covered with snow and gray mist. No lights come from the church. Either there's nobody inside or the priest is sleeping. That's good. You can't be seen while digging your son's grave. You find the graves of your son and wife. Jonathan White was buried next to his mother. There's an unoccupied area next to them. You will be buried there when your time comes. You search for a shovel. You find it in about 10 minutes. You're ready to dig the grave. Let's start digging. You start digging Jonathan's grave. After 6 feet of digging, you reach a little wooden coffin. You climb down and carry the coffin up. After that, you climb up and carry the dirty coffin to your car's back seat. You never done something this bizarre before. After you reach home, you get off your car. What? And that's weird. And carry the coffin home. Luckily, there is nobody around. You drag the coffin to your living room's center. You don't care about the floor getting dirty with soil. Thank you, Daddy, gets written on the screen. Now put the candles around my coffin, like a star. Okay. You carefully place the candles around the coffin, making it into the center of the star. You light them with your lighter. Now read these aloud, Daddy. A lonely goat on a mountain. He is thirsty, thirsty for humanly love and affection. I shall give him the water. You read the lines. I'm not going to read it again. And the coffin starts to shake. The coffin's lid gets opened slowly. You see Jonathan opening the lid and raising up. His skin is pale, almost white. You could smell the rot on his undead corpse. He's wearing that black suit you couldn't forget. He stands on his feet and smiles at you. Then he steps outside the coffin, away from you, without saying anything. And he does something you wouldn't expect from the dead. He dances. He dances with joy. After half a minute, he stops dancing, stares at you. His eyes are still blue. Take me in your arms, Daddy. Take me to the bathroom. I want to show you something. That's bizarre. It is impossible not to obey what he says. You feel his presence dominating the room, overwhelming you, and it's impossible to say no. You crouch down and take him in your arms. You carry him to the bathroom. You bring him to the dark bathroom. You turn on the light and get horrified by what you see in the mirror. The boy's reflection is different. His skin is burnt, like coal. Jonathan had an innocent and handsome face, but the face you see is so far from being pleasant. It is like a really old man's face, who is also very ugly, and he has no hair. I always wanted a daddy like you, says the eldritch abomination you hold in your arms. The end. Wow, that's abrupt. There are two possible endings. Well, yeah, I'm sure, if you don't go along with it, nothing happens, right? I'm assuming that's the other one. Today, we're going to be going through Crystal Skull, and I dear hope to God this is better than that Indiana Jones movie. Because, wow, that was bad. So, Crystal Skull number 1, apparently. If you see there's a second one on there. These are super short, so we'll see what happens with this one. Let's get the synopsis here. You are a king who is loved by his people. You have a serious problem, though. Your only child, Juliana, has an incurable disease and she is dying. You hear about a crystal skull which can cure illnesses and let people have visions. It is brought to you. What? It is brought to your palace from the continent of America, but your man warns you that the skull might be cursed. Will the crystal skull bring health to the princess or doom? All right, before we hit play, definitely hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out. There's tons of different content on this channel now, and ever growing. And hopefully the channel itself grows. I have lots to improve, I know. Hit it. Follow me. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Let's get right into this one. So, Crystal Skull. Here we go. Being a king is hard. Being a good king is even harder. You know this well as the sole ruler of a European kingdom in the age when America is discovered. It's been 25 years since you ascended to the throne. Your subjects are content with your rule. Your country is in peace, and the people are wealthy. There's something wrong with your life. Your daughter, Juliana, is ill. She's only 18 years old, and she has gotten an illness that nobody can cure yet. Princess is dying, and she is your only child and heir to the throne. Every doctor you could find tried to cure her. That's like a comma there. You've tried almost everything. Almost. You've been informed about a mysterious artifact on Earth in the continent of America. It is a human skull made of crystal. It amazes the scholars because no method is known to carve up such an excellent shape of a skull out of crystal. The skull doesn't belong to the world that you know, but to an ancient civilization that has been lost. What amazes the scholars is not just the impossible creation. The skull is told to bring miracles to those to whom touches it with their bare hands. Some people tell that they saw visions from the future. Some tell they saw how the human race has originated. And some tell that the skull can cure their illnesses. Those couldn't be cured with a medication available to your era. Naturally, you ordered your best men to bring the miraculous skull to the palace. It's midnight now. You are in Juliana's chamber. She's laying in her bed, holding your hand as you sit by her bed. No candles are lit outside. Full moon enlightens the princess's chamber, shining on her long blonde hair and blue eyes. She's too weak. Her skin is pale. She has under eye bags. That's really weird with saying that. When I say bags under her eyes, showing her illness. You already suffered the loss of your wife 10 years ago. Now you can't stand seeing your only daughter slowly die. Juliana asks you with a soft voice, Father, am I going to die? I won't allow that! She smiles. I know, Father, you are a mighty king. I know that you will do the best by your subjects and me. The door of the chamber is knocked on. The servants generally don't disturb the royal family members at night, so it must be something important. Come in. A brunette boy, one of your servants, gets inside the chamber with politeness. He looks at you and says, Your Majesty, the artifact has been brought. You've been waiting for this moment a long time. Kiss Juliana's forehead and I will come back. After you kiss Juliana's forehead and say, I will come back, she brings your hand to her pale lips and kisses it. Then you leave Juliana alone in her chamber. At the exit of Juliana's chamber, you see Sir William, one of the knights who were appointed with the task of bringing the ancient skull. He's a strong man, with black hair and a round beard. He wears gloves and holds a bag. Your Majesty, he says and kneels before you. Stand up. Let's go to my study chamber. Sir William follows you as you walk to your study chamber. The chamber is well lit with silver candelum. I'm bad with that word. All the furniture are classy. It is a king's study room, after all. There's only one chair. It is for you. You sit on it. Sir William stands by you and slowly pulls the artifact from his bag. You push the books on the study desk to open space for the artifact. Here it is, he says, and gently puts the crystal skull on the study desk. Candelabrum. There you go. Sorry. The skull is truly a masterpiece, if it is crafted by humans. All the details of a human skull are imprinted with care on the raw crystal. Lights coming from the crystal candles are refracted inside the crystal, gaining various colors of the rainbow. It's magnificent, but you sense something sinister, something that doesn't quite belong to the world. Touch the skull. As you're about to touch the skull, Sir William holds your hand and prevents you from touching the skull. Your Majesty, I think I need to tell you something about the skull before you touch it. The day we were about to leave, a native man came to us. He looked like a chief of his tribe. He knew little of our language, but he shouted some of the words that we could understand. Cursed, no touch. So we haven't touched the skull with our bare hands again. I know that a princess needs to find a cure. I also know that we received reliable information about the magical powers of the skull when it comes to incurable diseases. But Your Majesty, I've got a very bad feeling about this skull. I believe that the wise decision is to throw the skull into the sea. I'm sure this is like the main part here. Which one you pick changes the ending is my guess, judging by the options. Sure, if you pick this bottom one, she dies. This one, I'm going to say my bet is, I know I've never played these before, so this is just a guess, is that she will live, but I will die. It's my guess here. And this one, she dies. I gotta save her. I can't let Juliana die. She will touch the skull. The knight sighs. As you wish, Your Majesty. But if you are going to bring the skull to her, I wish you would wear gloves. Touch the bare hands. You ignore the knight. Touch the skull with bare hands, and instantly find yourself in a vision. In your vision, you're in the middle of a ritual. There are about 100 naked humans around you, forming a circle whose center is you. They are all prostrating themselves, worshipping you. It's nighttime. The plain area is enlightened with torches and stars. You see a stepped pyramid nearby. It is made of huge stone blocks. You realize that you are the crystal skull. You can't see yourself, but you are completely aware of what you are. These naked people are worshipping you, the crystal skull. And the vision changes. It is now Now it is not night. Morning. It is raining like hell. There's a huge flood. Unclothed, red-skinned humans scream and get drowned because of the disastrous torrent. And you, as the skull, drift away. You open your eyes and turn back to who you really are, the good king. Sir William looks at you. You tell him what you have seen in your vision. Yes, the skull is mysterious. I can't understand it. I hope it doesn't bring harm to you or Princess, Your Majesty, he says. Let me bring the skull to Juliana. You thank Sir William for his services and let him go. You carry the skull to Juliana's chamber. You enter her chamber and see that she hasn't slept yet. She rises up and sits on her bed. She looks at the skull in awe. It looks marvelous and scary, she says. You approach Juliana and let her touch the skull. She holds the skull, rubs her hands around it. Nothing happens. Is something supposed to happen? She asks, then gives the skull back. Then she continues, let's wait for tomorrow morning. Maybe it shows its effects then. So you decided to leave Juliana alone and let her sleep. The skull will be staying in your study chamber. After this tiring day, you go to your chamber. There are no guards at the door. You just trust everyone in the palace. You are a loved king. Uh-oh. That's foreboding. The furniture are luxurious in this chamber too. You take a glance at your reflection in a mirror. That's to go to sleep. You wear your nightgown and get into your bed. It is a bed for two people. You haven't slept with anyone since your wife passed away. You have a secret that you keep from everyone. Sometimes you hug the second pillow in your bed, as if it was someone you love. You do this since your childhood. Nobody needs to know it. It doesn't take long for you to fall asleep. You wake up in the morning. Something is wrong. You can't move your arms. No, not only your arms, you can't move any part of your body. You are paralyzed. Then suddenly, your body starts to move involuntarily. It stands up, without your consent. Your feet bring you to the mirror. You see your face in the mirror. You are terrified. There's a grin on your face. You are no longer in control of your body. You are merely a bystander of what it does. It brings you to the throne room with confident steps. Soldiers salute you, to be exact, as you enter. It sits on the throne and shouts with their voice, "Bring me my daughter!" You watch guards accompany Juliana as she comes into your presence. It shouts, "I don't want her to suffer anymore. Kill her!" Juliana is shocked. "What? Father, please!" She is not the only surprised one in the room. Everyone looks at each other with shock. It shouts, "You heard your king. Execute her!" You try to shout, but your screams are buried inside the head of the king. Juliana gets on her knees and cry in despair, but it's in vain. Two black-masked decapitators come into your presence. One holds the crying blonde girl. The other holds a sword. Oh, Jesus. You can do nothing but watch as your precious daughter gets decapitated. Her head falls down and rolls onto the throne. The floor is filled with her blood. Days pass. It continues to control your body. You mourn for your daughter inside the body that once belonged to you. You watch it rule your country with an iron fist. It orders all of the churches to be burnt and priests to be hung. Of course, your people uprises against the new king. It suppresses the revolt with violence. Anyone who stood against the king gets tortured. Eyes are poked, skins are flayed. Soon, it orders people to worship it as a deity. The God King declares war against other countries. It doesn't take long for the other countries to form an alliance against the God King. In a fateful battle in your capital, the God King loses his horse. The evil king gets killed while desperately searching for a horse. And this is how your soul finally breaks free to heaven to see your family once again. The end. Die like Macbeth. Okay. Not how I was expecting that. Today, we're going through Evil Beneath the Ground. We're a goth university student with no friends. You join a school trip to a lake and the forest near it. If you decide to wander in the forest at night, you will find bare footprints. Those are coming from a black hole with a lot. That's weirdly written. Will you descend down? Yes, we will. But before we do, hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I really, really appreciate it. Let's go. Evil Beneath the Ground. It's not very long. You are a young university student who identifies as a goth. You are a lonely person. People think that you want to be alone, but in fact, you couldn't find someone you felt affinity. Everyone is so distant from you. Nobody you know listens to the music that you love, like Bauhaus, This Is Mortal Coil, The Sisters of Mercy, etc. You heard about a university field trip to a lake and the forest around it in autumn. There would be a picnic. Also, alcohol is permitted, and you could bring your own drinks. You joined the field trip. Not only maybe you could make some new friends, but you also love the nature, especially when it's a cold season. But of course, you couldn't make new friends once again. During the 2 hours of bus travel, you found out that every other student who has joined the trip were already friends. They simply ignored you. You also didn't approach them. As a result, all you could do during the bus trip was looking outside the window or play games on your phone, while you listened to their joyful laughters. You have mixed feelings about this picnic by the lake. You can't feel yourself as part of You can't feel yourself as a part of the joyful youth who are enjoying the nature trip. After having a picnic barbecue, they played a game with a ball in which they formed a circle and tried not to let the ball touch the ground. Everyone participated in the game, except for you. Must be hacky sack. But you enjoyed the nature trip somehow. As said before, you love the nature. You took pictures of the lake with your phone. You didn't plan to post the pictures anywhere, though. And there's a huge forest near the picnic area. You have always found peace in the green of the forests. After the sunset, people began to light a campfire and drink. People around your age generally prefer beer, but you don't like it. You feel it overfills your stomach and causes nausea after 2 cans. Instead, you prefer stronger drinks. Today, you brought a bottle of red wine and a wine glass. They gathered around the campfire while you drank your wine alone, away from them. A handsome guy brought his guitar from the bus and began playing it around the fire, while you have finished your second glass of wine. Campfire and moon illuminate the darkness. Sun has already set. There are about 5 hours for the picnic to end. You will be going back to the city with buses. He is playing a calming song. You might join the group, but you also feel a strong urge to have a walk in the dark forest. Let's do it. You stand up and wander away from the picnic. You feel the call of the dark forest, so you walk along the path into the forest. The trees are high and still green. Maybe they stay green in all seasons. You don't know. Your field is not biology. The soil is wet and muddy. It must have rained before your group arrived at the lake. You leave boot prints in the soil as you walk. There are no clouds in the sky. Full moon and stars illuminate the forest. But that's not enough for your eyes. You turn on the flashlight of your phone. There is an app for it too. Of course there is. There's an app for everything. You can't clearly see, but notice the rabbits in the distance. Naturally, they run from you as they notice your presence. You begin to think that you might have gone too far from the picnic. But there's nothing interesting in the picnic area. You somehow feel like the darkness of the forest is your friend. Only friend. Let's keep going. You continue on the forest path. After a few minutes, you notice footprints in the soil. They seem to belong to a human with bare, big feet. Probably a man. The prince crossed the path. Follow him. You follow the footprints on the soil. They keep changing directions. You find yourself at an elevation, and the prints stopped there. Whoever was walking, he didn't leave prints, those you could follow anymore. He might have gone anywhere, but he didn't follow a single direction. Follows you back. You decide to go to the place where you came from. After a long walk, you find yourself at a hole. There is a lid and a long rope near it. The man clearly comes from the hole. His footprints prove it. When you hold your phone's light into the black hole, you see that there's a ladder inside the hole. You can't see the end of the hole from your position. As a curious and drunk boy, you feel a strong urge to descend. Let's do it. As you need to use both your hands to climb down, you put your phone into your jeans pocket, turning off the light. You start climbing down. After a few seconds, moon and stars above no longer illuminate what you see. You are in pitch black, and the ladder still continues. Finally, your feet touch the ground. You are so distant from the forest that you can't see the entrance of the hole from where you are. You carefully get on your 2 feet. You can see nothing yet. Let's turn on the light. The place where you are is made of concrete. There is a long corridor in front of you. It is narrow, about 1 meter wide. It is not very high. There are only a few centimeters between your head and the ceiling of the corridor. You smell a terrible odor. It's a mixture of feces and something you can't understand. There are 3 doorless holes along the concrete corridor, making 3 rooms to discover. Let's go to number 2. You're shocked to find a chained woman in this room. The chain is tied to her ankle. She looks in her 40s, too weak. Her bones are noticeable. She has pale skin with lots of scars. She's on her knees. She is naked. Her body is lightly hairy, except for her pubic area, which is quite hairy. Contrasting her hairy body, her head is shaved. She stinks. Not only the smell of feces, but also it looks like she hasn't been washed in years. She screams as you point the light to her. Who are you? She doesn't answer your question, but yells with despair. Help me! He keeps me here. Alright, let's try to save her. You crouch down to her tied foot. There's no way you can remove the bracelet from her ankle. You also notice that her pinky toe is missing. Let me try to find the key. You try to leave the room, but something you don't understand happens. At the exit of the room, you hit something that wasn't visible in front of you. Yes, you saw nothing in front of you, yet you hit something. You fall onto the floor. An invisible force carries you and repeatedly smashes your head to the wall. You hear the woman screaming as you black out. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on the concrete floor in pitch black darkness. By the smell, you understand that you're in the same place. Whoever is keeping you captive, he stripped you from all clothes. You are naked and cold. There is a gag on your mouth, so you can't shout and communicate with the woman. She might be gagged too. You stand up and try to walk away, but your ankle is tied with a chain. You can walk only in a chamber with 1 meter of radius. Your foot touches a metal bucket. It's probably where he expects you to defecate. You lose all your sense of time here. You wait for an unmeasurable amount of time for something to happen. You're thirsty and hungry. Sometimes you hear your phone ring. It is in a different room. The piano melody is It's the Fear by Within Temptation. An ironic name for your situation. They probably noticed that you were missing and tried to reach you. Especially your parents. They must have become mad. Of course, you can't answer the call. Finally, you hear footsteps. You hear your captor coming to your room. You're unable to see anything. He takes your gig off. Apparently he has no problem with seeing in pitch black. And you hear his voice. Drink! It belongs to an old man. A dominant, ordering voice. You feel the tip of a bucket on your lips. Now, you definitely need a drink. It is water what he is offering. You drink it. Not the best water you drank. It could have been taken from the lake. But you have no other choices, it seems. After you drink enough, he puts the bucket on the ground. And he brings you something else into your lips. Eat. You are too hungry to refuse him. You allow him to put the thing in your mouth. It's meat, but raw. You would never eat raw meat, except for sushi. But now you chew it slowly. It is rabbit, he says. You swallow the meat, despite how it disgusts you. After you eat all he gives you, he puts the gag on your mouth and leaves the room without saying another word. After a while, he comes back as you are laying on the floor. Stand up, he orders you. You get on your 2 feet clumsily. He grabs your body and you feel 2 sharp fangs on your neck. He starts draining your blood. And you understand the true nature of your captor. You have no idea how long you have been a prisoner here. You're mostly alone in the room, doing nothing with a gag on your mouth. He occasionally comes by to feed you and himself. Sometimes you hear loud sounds from the other room. He tortures the woman. She screams and begs him to stop, but he doesn't. You hear a whip hit the naked flesh of the woman. For some reason, he doesn't harm you, only the woman. You haven't seen anything for a long time. You have no idea what he looks like. Sometimes you hear sobbing, but it doesn't belong to the woman, to the captor. He cries loudly for some reason. Someday, or night, you can't figure out, he shows up and takes your gig off. I have done research about you, learned everything about you. He says your name, shocking you. We have some common points. We both like the dark. We are both outcasts, lonely souls in this world of darkness. I will make you an offer, only once, so make your decision wisely. I can make you an immortal like me. You will no longer be in chains. You will have a life, or unlife, in the dark, like you have always wanted. Or you could stay as immortal and wait for the day you will die here as my prisoner. Obviously it's two different endings. Let's do immortal. Fuck it. Let's do it. Very well, he says. Stand up. You stand up and allow your master to embrace you. You feel his fangs in your neck once again. But this time, he doesn't stop. You feel your whole blood is getting drained. Soon, you lose consciousness. Oh, Jesus. You open your eyes. You find yourself laying in a wooden coffin. But this time, you are able to see. There isn't any single light source in the concrete room. But you see your environment as if you were wearing night vision goggles. You're wearing your old clothes and also gloves, so you can't see your skin. You have lost your hair. It has shed. Your old hair is on the coffin's part where you put your head on, and you feel your face change too. But the most significant change is an unbearable thirst, but not for water. Welcome to a new start, my child, you hear his voice. You look around the room, but you can't see him. There are 2 coffins and a mirror in the room. They think that our kind can't be seen on the mirror. False. Take a look at yourself. You step outside the coffin and walk to the mirror. You're in terror with what you see in the mirror. You don't carry a human face anymore. Your skin has scales like a snake. Its color is a light gray, almost white. Your ears are long and have pointy tips. Your eyes are all red. You slowly open your mouth to see sharp teeth. You scream, break down, and cry in despair. Then you feel his hand, claw to be exact, on your shoulder. He stands on your back. Now you are able to see his hand. It is scaled like your skin. Look at me. He orders you. For some reason, you can't disobey your master. You involuntarily look at the mirror to see the immortal entity behind you. His body is tall, naked, and has a humpback. His skin is almost white and scaled. But his face is the ugliest thing you've ever seen. It is the embodiment of evils, torture, murder, rape, and envy. Envy for everything that's pretty and fair. I will teach you everything I know. Your new, and only now, parent says with a hideous smile. The end. Welcome to Unlife. Today, we're tackling Crystal Skull Dos, numero 2. Alright, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Let's jump right into it. So this one already, we already did the first 4. Let's get into this one. This time you're not a king, but a libertine billionaire in the modern age. Historical artifacts are one of your vices. A marvelous crystal skull is brought to your mansion. And the interesting part is, you can hear the skull's voice in your mind. You can talk with it. It says that it will bring you joys no mortal can ever reach, but demands something first. Let's jump right in. Crystal Skull number 2. You consider yourself a lucky man. You're an European billionaire in his 30s. After the recent death of your father, your mother died a long time ago, you inherited the family manor and company. You're also single and handsome. Yes, you are a lucky son of a bitch. As a libertine, you have indulged in many vices, those we can't mention because of censorship. You have never harmed anyone against her will, though. But all these wild experiences couldn't slack your thirst. Slack, really? You want to taste what has not been tasted before. Conquer the unconquered. Nowadays, you have a new interest. Historical artifacts. Prehistoric faces? No, you don't like boring things. You own Alexander the Great's sword, which you used for the cutting of Gordian knot. You didn't obtain it in legal ways, but that doesn't matter to you. And you seek more. It's a summer night. Your smartwatch shows 1:11 in the morning. All your 6 servants are asleep in their rooms. That's the way you like it. You don't like being disturbed by their presence at night. You want to be alone at this hours. While enjoying your malt whiskey, you're in front of your laptop in your study room, checking social media. Yes, even billionaires do it. With a glass of whiskey and Cuban cigars. You remember that you haven't checked your emails for a while. And there are 6 unread emails. 4 of them are business emails. One of them is from your friend Phil, another rich man. You will love this, is the subject of the mail. The last one is from Bill, an artifact smuggler. Crystal Skull, says in the subject. Do the smuggler one first. I have to show you this, Bill says. The skull is made from pure crystal and nobody knows where it's from. You won't believe its story. He has taken a photo of the skull with his phone. The fluorescent light in his room is weak, but somehow the skull is clearly visible in the photo. Despite the quality of the photo, the skull looks amazing with its shiny material. You have seen enough crystal jewelry to know that Bill isn't showing something fake here. Let me bring it to your place. Oh, bring it, yes, bring it. Do it. There are 5 unread emails. 4 of them are business. Read, friends. The mail consists of a single image. It belongs to a creepy clown with sharp teeth and hideous smile on his white face. Low-key lighting and the blood that spills from his mouth makes the image even more disturbing. You have a phobia of clowns, and Phil knows it very well. Why with the fuck you? Let's do the business ones. These mails are from your employees. They inform you the painkiller medicine that your enterprise produces can't be sold in Sweden anymore. You're too drunk to handle the situation right now. This medicine ban is not such an important loss for your enterprise anyway. You produce and export many other products. Alright, let's wait. So you turn your computer off and start waiting for Bill. 15 minutes later, your phone rings. The melody is Amado Mia by Pink Martini. It shows Bill as the caller. Answer. Hello? You pick up your phone and answer the call. Hey, it's me, dude, Bill says on the phone. Looking at the window, you see him standing in the doorway. I don't want to wake your people up. Open the door for me, will ya? Open the door. You leave your study room. Descend the stairs. Your study room is on the 3rd floor of the mansion. And open the huge wooden door to the mansion. Bill smiles at you. It's nice to see you again. I'm sure you'll love what I've got here. He shows you his fake... What? He shows you his full khaki sports bag. Let's move to the study room. You climb up the stairs to your study room as Bill follows you. You reach there. Bill closes the door of the study room and pulls the artifact from his bag. Bill puts the crystal skull on your desk with a confident smile on his face. Oh God, you have seen many things in your life, but this skull is one of the prettiest one ever. The skull is made of pure crystal, and all the details of a human skull is imprinted. It refracts the light of the room with elegance. Bill is ready to answer your questions. How did you obtain it? I was afraid you'd ask that, because you won't believe me. After a long pause, Bill continues. It is brought to me by a driver who dived into the sea shore. He said that he started hearing voices inside his head when he was in the sea. Find me, the voices told him. He swam the direction of the voices and found a floating bag. It is strange. You'd expect a school like this should have sunk, but it was floating, and the rest of the story is even stranger. Uh-oh? After he found the bag with the skull, he continued hearing voices. They gave him my phone number. He told me he would never do any illegal shit, like giving a historical artifact to a smuggler, but he couldn't disobey the voices. And you won't believe me, but when I touched the skull, I began seeing shit. Beautiful shit. I saw myself fucking 2 hot bitches. Can you believe it, dude? Bullshit. I don't expect you to believe me anyway, but you should touch the skull too. Come on, touch it. Do it. You approach the skull and touch it with your bare hand, and the vision starts. You are something magnificent. Definitely not human anymore. Something way beyond human. A cosmic entity. You're omniscient. And you can see and hear the whole universe. No secrets are kept from you. You're inside every mind that exists on Earth. Now you see yourself in the form of a human. You're at the top of a hill, under the sea. You are not alone. There are millions of people around the hill. They're all naked and on their knees. They chant your name. You know they are yours. And the vision ends. It feels like you hit the ground when you are flying high in the heavens. You find yourself touching a skull, and Bill is looking at you with a smile. I told you, he says, that skull is magical. I can't, maybe it's because I haven't done enough yet? Who crafted this? I have no idea. The skull is found in a bag in the sea. It resembles nothing I've ever sold or heard. I didn't even know that it was possible to craft a baby like this. Look at it. Isn't it wonderful? How much do you want? $1 million. Normally I would sell by auction, but really I don't want to keep this thing. I feel like I can lose it if I feel like I can lose it if I keep it for more than a few hours. You have bought much more boring things for higher prices. Buy it. Great. Make the money transfer and skull is yours. Boom. You open your computer once again. Of course you don't use banks for illegal stuff like that. Instead, you open your Bitcoin account. With a few clicks, all the money is sent to the smuggler. It doesn't take long for Bill's phone beeped. Bill's phone to beep. He looks up to his phone. Wow, the English in this is just awful. This is throwing me off. It was a good deal, dude. He waves at you while leaving the study room with his empty bag. If you want anything else, you know who to call. Soon, you hear Bill's car leaving the mansion. Now you're alone in your study with the skull. Touch it again. As you touch the skull, something strange happens. All the lights in the room go off. But the crystal starts to shine and emit white light, illuminating the room. You hear a voice. Male or female, you can't figure it out. Greetings, mortal. You feel the skull gaze into your skull. I can hear you. Talk to me. Who are you? I've got many names. Zirzel is one of them. Some perceive me as an angel, some as a demon, some as a god. The truth is, there are forces in the universe inconceivable to tiny human mind, and I am one of those forces. For ages, I have been worshipped by mankind and the entities unknown to your world, but I am forgotten. I am preparing my return. A god? I don't believe in you. Haha, I don't need your belief. You are rich, but still mortal. I've been worshipped millennia ago, before you were born. I will still exist after your death. Your lifespan is my minute. In fact, I can kill you right now, like a worthless insect. Do you want to die? Go ahead, try to kill me. Suddenly, you feel a tremendous agony in your whole body. It feels like a giant is stepping on you, as if you were a little insect. You are also unable to breathe. You fall on the carpet with unbearable pain. You squirm and try to catch your breath, but it chokes you. After 15 seconds that felt like an eternity, it releases you, and you hear the words in your mind, I am a merciful God. The skull awaits for your questions. What are you? Wrong question. It's who, not what. I already asked that. Are you stuck in this hole? I see, hear, and know everything. My existence is far beyond this mortal skull. A material skull. Do you know who I am? Yes, I know who you are. Like I know everything else. You are a billionaire who is afraid of clowns and hasn't earned his fortune with his hard work. You want to taste all kinds of joy on earth. I can give you what you want. But it was not a coincidence that the diver and Bill brought me to you. Yes, I can give you what you want. What will you give me? You are stuck in a mortal body. You can be a cosmic entity like me. You will know everything, be ageless, immortal, and worshipped. But I demand something first. What do you demand? Ancient civilizations always offer me something valuable. They sacrificed human lives for me. I want you to kill someone innocent. No way! Then I will kill you and find someone else who is not afraid to dirty his hands with blood. I'm not afraid. I won't kill anyone. Suddenly, you fall on the floor. You try to stand up, but you feel your whole body is paralyzed. And you stand up, but not voluntarily. Something controls your body. It walks to the window of your study room and opens the window. It climbs through it. With horror, you look at the concrete floor 10 meters away from the window pane you are on. And it lets your body fall. You gain control of your body once again while you're in the air, but you can do nothing to prevent the fatal fall. Newspapers will write that the rich billionaire has committed suicide. The end. We saw that coming. This game has 4 endings. Well, that was short as well. Today, we're going to be going through Madness in Infinite Loop. You are doomed to live in a depressing Monday, which keeps repeating itself. No matter what you do, you wake up to the same day, even if you commit suicide. Can you keep your morals and mental health when nothing you do is permanent? And why are you stuck in this infinite loop? Play to find out. So that's what we're doing today. Before we get into it, though, hit that subscribe button. It really help me out. I'm not sure yet what we're going to play after this is over. Definitely leave in the comments below any kind of suggestions that you like to see. Let's jump right into it. You wake up in your bed. You wish you were dead. In fact, you should have been dead. You committed suicide lots of times before, but no, there is no afterlife for you. Only the repeat of the same day. Not only do you hate your never-ending day, but also yourself. You have an obligation to go to work. You hate your job, in small cubicle in the cold office. Maybe you do something crazy today and spend the day at home, or kill yourself. You're in your bedroom. It's a rainy morning. There's a wooden table near your bed. On the table, there are your alarm clock and a picture of you and your ex-wife. There's a drawer beneath the table. Open the drawer. Open the drawer. There's only one important item in there. Your 9mm pistol. It has a capacity of 17 rounds. Pick it up. You're in your bedroom. Blah, blah, blah. So you've already picked up the gun. That's cool. Let's look at the window. You're at the 13th and top floor of the apartment building. The sky is covered with gray clouds. Its grayness is reflected upon everything you see. People are walking in a hurry. Some of them don't have umbrellas on this rainy morning. There are no green trees, only high concrete structures. There isn't any trace of happiness out there. Look at the picture. This photograph shows you with your ex-wife at the beach when you were on your honeymoon. She has long black hair, brown eyes, and a pretty face. She was the prettiest woman for you and when you were together. You both look so happy in this frame with sincere smiles. But it was past. You feel a terrible guilt looking at this picture. What'd you do? Oh, just shoot yourself as an option? Go to the bathroom. You're in a bathroom. Looking at the mirror, you see that you need to shave. Your beard grew a few millimeters, bad enough for your work. If you wish, you can scar your face with your razor or cut your wrist to commit suicide, because you wake up with an intense self-hate each morning. What's a shave? You shave your beard. You hate how you look when you don't have facial hair. Even your mother says you look like an egg with this way. Go to the living room. Go to the living room now. There are your old television and worn sofa in front of it. Your dispersed suit is on the sofa. You can either go to work or spend the whole day watching television. You'll probably get fired if you choose it. Well, let's go to work. You wear your suit and head off to work. It's a rainy day, but you have lost your umbrella. You get wet till you reach the subway station. It takes about 15 minutes to reach there. You carry your gun at the back of your trousers. It is hidden by your jacket. While descending the stairs to the subway station, you pass by two teenagers smoking cigarettes. They are at most 13 years old. You overhear one of them say, "I watched TV to remember." You never wanted to have kids. They would probably be like those teenagers who began smoking at this early age. You took a sterilization operation a few years ago, but your wife didn't know about it. You're in a subway station. Nobody notices you, as you haven't done anything interesting like cutting your face. Well, yeah. Let's wait for the train. After waiting for 10 minutes, you see the approaching lights of the subway in the tunnel. Yeah, this game is just nothing but killing yourself and killing others. Get on the subway. After the train stops, you get in it with a crowd of commuters. Wow, English. And it departs. After 15 minutes, you arrive at the ugly gray skyscraper you call office building. At the entrance of your office, at the 13th floor of the skyscraper, you see your boss. He is the man you hate most, an overweight, bald man with a black mustache. You always wanted to murder him, but you always controlled your anger somehow. Because once you react in anger, you lose control of yourself. He stares at you. Go to your cubicle. And get in front of your old computer. The monitor has a big tube that you hate. You start working on your shitty duties. You do repetitive things Those should have been done in an automatic system. Your only break is looking at the social media. It actually is forbidden in the office, but you found a backdoor. You see a picture of a friend of yours at the beach. He is with your ex-wife and her new boyfriend. You would actually block your ex-wife and her boyfriend so that you wouldn't see them once again. But it doesn't work if they are shown another person's photo. The couple looks so happy together. She looks happier this time than how she was with you. Nothing interesting happens during the rest of your day. You feel quite sleepy. You won't need sleeping pills now. Maybe you could reach redemption. Maybe you don't even remember what you have done. Maybe you should just remember it first. You fall asleep. Oh, is it really just gonna repeat itself? Yeah, it did. So you're right back in the beginning. I'm pretty sure this literally just repeats itself. Let's open the drawer. Pick up the pistol. And shoot yourself. You put the muzzle inside your mouth. Boom. Kill yourself. Hate your job. We're not going to pick it up this time. We're going to look at the alarm clock. Your digital alarm clock shows 7 a.m. Monday with its green LCD lights. This is the exact time you wake up each and every repeating morning. It is always Monday whenever you wake up. Ugh. Let's go to the bathroom. And cut your wrists. You pick the razor, take all your clothes off, and step inside the bathtub. After sitting inside the tub, you start cutting your wrists horizontally. Soon, as you start to lose consciousness alongside with your blood, bathtub gets filled with your blood. And that's it. And I'm pretty sure you can't even leave. Yeah, so you're kind of stuck in this loop. That's it for that game. That's all it is, apparently. I'm not sure if there actually is a way. So actually, hold on. I'm going to block this out for a second as I let's reopen it here. I did see there was a hints spot there as well. So let's play that. Boop. English. If we go back into Madness and Infinite Loop, there's a hints spot here. And let's see. Oop. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just looking actually up. Okay, so there is a way. I'm not going to do it though. We're just going to continue. This is going to be a super short one. Today, we're going to be going through Ouija. You were a single father. Your wife, Linda, passed away while giving birth to your son a year ago. You'll be able to use a Ouija board in contact with an entity who claims to be Linda in this story. It seems to be a very common thing in these stories, doesn't it? You know, parents dying, person sad, lonely. The stories are very similar. I'm not really a fan of that. Before we hit the play button, definitely hit that subscribe button. Follow along. This is the last video for this game, and then we move on to the next one. I am not going to tell you what that is yet. You'll have to wait and see. New Jersey, 1981. You're a single father. Your wife, Linda, passed away a year ago at childbirth. Your son's name is Mark. He's a cute baby with blue eyes that he got from his mother. As expected, you're in agony with the loss of your wife. Mark is the only thing that you hold on to. All that matters. You have been in love with Linda since the first time you saw her. She was so pretty. You want to be with her forever. It still surprises you to have such a charming woman to fall in love with you, too. During Linda's pregnancy, you lost your job at some point while having debts. She supported you in every way she could. Not only was she your wife, but she was also your best friend. You found another job after Mark was born and Linda died. But of course, it doesn't make you a happy man when you've lost your best friend and wife. Looking at Mark's blue eyes gives you all the strength to go on as a single father. You see the future in his eyes, and the past. The past when you were happy with your family, despite of everything falling apart. You would lose everything if you lost Mark. Another reason what made Linda and Mark so significant is you had lost your parents too. Basically, you have no family members left except for your son. Nobody to consult for things that you need to talk with a family member. And his parents? You don't see those assholes anymore. They have done wrong to you and Linda. It was a foggy morning. You're taking a walk in an isolated green forest, which is close to the suburb you live. You can't see anything but fog beyond 5 meters. There's a single path, and you are walking it. You know that the path leads to a lake. You have been there countless times. There is nobody else you can see here in this forest. But somehow, you feel that something awaits for you at the end of the path. You reach a lake, and you encounter a woman who looks uncannily familiar, standing at the side of the lake. She's turned her back to you. You see that she has blonde hair and a black dress. So familiar. She slowly turns back and faces you with a smile on her beautiful face. She is nobody but Linda, completely alive. Did you miss me, darling? Linda, is that you? Yes, it's me. How is that possible? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Huh? She holds your hands. Buy a Ouija board. I will talk to you through that. You know what a Ouija board or Ouija board is. It is a board with letters and numbers on it you can use to talk with spirits. A strong wind starts blowing. The blink of an eye, her flesh turned to ashes. The harsh wind carries the black ashes away, leaving a grim skeleton standing with you. You find yourself holding the hands of a skeleton who looks into your very soul, with carved eyes on her skull. It was a dream, a repeating one. You keep having this dream every night. It started a few days ago. It's a Monday morning now, and you're in your bedroom. It's winter, but still sunny. After getting out of bed, you take a look at yourself in the mirror hanging on the wall. You look worn out. Check on Mark. Your house has 2 stories. The bedrooms are at the upper one. You walk into Mark's bedroom, which is next to yours. Try not to make a sound. You slowly open the wooden door of the bedroom. Your son sleeps peacefully in his cradle. You would expect a 1-year-old to make noises all the time, but Mark is not such a boy. He rarely cried. He has been a happy boy. The bedroom's walls are painted in a calming tone of blue. A circle of toys are hanged upon the cradle. Cute figures of a lion, sun, a red cat, moon are the parts of this installment. There is a big poster of a yellow baby bird on the wall. You change Mark's diapers like you always do in the mornings. After you complete changing the diapers, the doorbell rings. It's probably the caretaker, Isabella, who comes every morning at this hour. Open the door. You go downstairs and open the door. Good morning, sir, says Isabella. She's a woman in her 20s with curly black hair and brown eyes. She steps into your house. Your daily routine starts with making a breakfast, while Isabella takes care of Mark. You go to work after breakfast unless it's the weekend. Isabella walks into the kitchen, opens the fridge, and picks up the formulated milk for babies without mothers. Let's not talk about it. Isabella climbs up the stairs to take care of Mark. You are hungry. You need to make breakfast. You like listening to music on the radio while making breakfast. Will you turn on the radio today? Yes. Turn on the radio. The playing song is Sunny from Boney M. Boney? Sunny, yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, you smiled at me and really eased the pain. The dark days are gone and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one, so true, I love you. You like that song? It kind of reminds me of the happy times you had with Linda. Make yourself an omelet and a hot cup of coffee. That's your daily routine. After you finish breakfast, it's time to leave the house. Will you buy a Ouija board? Can you go to a toy store and buy it before going to work? Or you can refuse to buy it, thus refusing to contact with what you see in your dreams. Well, it is literally the title of this episode, let's call it. Let's buy one. Despite it being a winter day, it's not cold outside. There's a toy store, you know. This is where you buy Mark's toys. You remember seeing a Ouija board there. It doesn't take long to reach the store. You enter the store and start searching for the board among all the colorful toys. You find a box that looks quite different from the other toys. It doesn't look cute or something you buy for your kid. It's a grim-looking Ouija board. Buy it. You pick up the box of the Ouija board and move to the cash point. The cashier is a brunette, young woman. She gets surprised to see the box. Ah, you want to buy that? What will you use it for, if I may ask? I think it's none of your business. She frowns. Okay, I had to warn you. It won't bring good. Don't use it by yourself, at least. And never ask when or how someone will die. So you pay the board's price and buy it. You put it in a plastic bag with the logo of the toy store, and you go to your office. As an accountant, you think that you have a dull job. Nothing interesting happens during the work. You have no friends to talk to. After the shift ends, you're ready to go home. Darkness has fallen. So let's go home. Knowing Isabel is at home, you ring the doorbell when you arrive home. Welcome, she says with a smile after opening the door. Her shift ends when you come home. She got ready to head off. Mark is sleeping peacefully. He had just started sleeping, Isabel says before leaving the house. You can ask her to assist you in the seance. Nah, that's fine. We can do it totally ourselves. We don't want to involve other people. Isabel leaves. You are alone with Mark now. Before starting the seance, you climb the stairs and check on Mark. He looks so happy and peaceful while sleeping. You close the door and descend the stairs. You will use the board in your living room. There's a table you can use there. You had heard that it's best to turn off the lights before talking to a Ouija board. So you get a candle from the kitchen and light it. You turn off the lamps, so the only thing that lightens the room is the candle. You pull the wooden board from its box and place it on the table. Then you get to the planchette, a wooden part which you put your fingers on. The summoned entity is supposed to move the planchette when your fingers is on it. Are you ready? Let's do it. Linda. Oh, I have to click it. Keep your fingers on the planchette. Okay. H E R E here. You're Linda. We'll bring Mark up as well. Are you watching? Are you really Linda? Keep your finger. I'm sure you just click and hold. Oh, you actually have to keep it. Interesting. Yes. Okay. Are you watching us from there? Yes. Next page. What do you want from me? Next page. Should I move on with my life and meet new women? Of course not. No. Screw you then. Why did you leave us? Oops. I did not. Okay, next page. What was your favorite color? Red. Okay. When will we be together? And what? Never. Screw you. Next page. I'm not gonna ask any of that. Let's just say goodbye. Goodbye. So you end the seance. The planchette stops moving. You couldn't get any decent answers from the spirit. Was it even Linda's spirit? You can't be sure. The spirit doesn't show any physical activity after the seance in your house, but the mirrors, you feel something gazes upon you whenever you look at the mirrors in the bedroom and the bathroom. You feel the presence watches you throughout the mirrors, and his presence is not benevolent. And you are not the only one feeling it. Mark always cries whenever you bring him near a mirror. He gets scared by something he sees in the mirror. You had to remove the mirror from your bedroom in order to be able to sleep. Apparently, Buying the Ouija board wasn't a good idea. It opened a doorway for entities. But honestly, this is not a problem an exorcist can't solve. There are far worse things that can happen to you and Mark. That's lame. Pending exorcism. What the hell is that? That's super lame. Well, that's the end of that. So that is the final story for interactive horror stories as well. Honestly, I'm glad it's a free game because it's not very well written. That's for sure. Nothing scary. A lot of it's kind of predictable. And yeah, the grammar's kind of rough. But you know what? For a free game, let's go with it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this episode, hit that subscribe button. There'll definitely be more in the future. This one, I wouldn't do it again. Well, plus I've already beat it, but I'm not sure what the next one entails, so you'll have to wait till next Friday and see what the future brings. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys next time.